What's going on, everyone? My name is Franck Mille, and I'm the host of Beyond the Runway. And today, our special guest is the lovely Miss Sue Phillips, and we are here at the House of Fragrance. Let's check it out. And we're here. The House of Fragrance brought to you by Sue Phillips. Hope you guys enjoy this journey. We're going to be creating fragrances. We're going to be interviewing Sue. This is just a great day, man, for fragrances and everybody that loves to smell good. Let's do it. Hopefully she lets us in. Let's see. Sue, you in there? And our guest is here.
Welcome.
Thank you. Good to see you. I'm a hugger.
Me too. How are you?
Thank you, darling.
Thank you for coming. Nice to see you.
Thank you for having me.
You're
Ladies and
welcome.
gentlemen, welcome to the House of Fragrance, brought to you by Sue Phillips.
Thank you. Welcome, welcome. Nice to see you.
What's going on, everybody? This is Franck Mille, and welcome to Beyond the Runway. And as stated in my intro, I am here with the lovely Miss Sue Phillips. How are you today?
Hi, Frank. So lovely to be with you. Thank you for coming.
Oh, pleasure. Thanks for having us out. And as you all can see, we are here in the fragrance wonderland of Miss Phillips. I actually want you to start with a brief intro of what we're sitting in front of at this current moment.
So this is my fragrance boutique on the Upper East Side of New York. And all the fragrances you see here, I created to really introduce people to the entire world of olfactory perfumes and fragrance families. So what you see here are the 18 different blends that I've created, starting from top notes, which are the citrus, light, fresh, green, ozonic fragrances, to the lovely florals, and then we get to the deeper, darker, sort of more robust fragrances, the woodsy, the spicy, the musk.
Don't give him too much yet. Don't give him too much. We just got here. Look at you. You can tell she loves it because the way that she's introing it to you guys. What I would like to start with, though, is the journey to get here. Before we get into the fragrance quiz and everything that follows, talk to the people about how Sue became Sue.
Well, my background is I'm from South Africa, and I was a singer and an actress in South Africa. And I left there. I didn't like what was going on from the world of politics, and I came to America. And I was a singer and an actress, and I met an immigration attorney, and he said, "What do you do?" I said, "I'm a singer and actress." He said, "Forget that. We have 20,000 out-of-work singers and actresses. What else do you do?" And I told him that I had done some business work and secretarial work. And he said, "Were you any good?" And by the way he asked the question, I knew that was my ticket into America. So of course I said yes. He hired me. And basically I was there with him for a year. He processed my green card. And at the end of the year, I went to a headhunter. And I got 3 job offers in 1 week. One was to work in banking, not for me. One was to work in fashion. At the time, I didn't think I knew anything about fashion because we were so fashion backwards in South Africa. But the 3rd job offer changed my life. It was to work at Elizabeth Arden in cosmetics, fragrance, beauty, and of course it aligned with all the things that I loved, theater, magical, senses, and so on. And I got the job because I was a singer and actress. I got the job to be able to speak to people and train them on the fragrances that Elizabeth Arden was promoting. So that's how I got into America.
So tell me, what was your favorite song to sing? Like you were a singer, you had a moment where you were going after that. What's one of your favorite songs?
Well, I love the song from The Sound of Music, "Climb Every Mountain." Because it just talks about, overcoming and just reaching for the stars and reaching for the sky and just overcoming adversity. And I just love and I love the music, and I love the song, and I love the whole Sound of Music.
That's very interesting that you love such a powerful song, given your story and how you've had to conquer certain things and you fought through the rise to the top of the fragrance industry. Let's talk about some of your cool collaborations that you've done. In our research, I saw Tiffany, I saw Lancome, I saw Burberry. What were some of your favorite collaborations?
Well, I think the most exciting and the most game-changing collaboration was Tiffany.
Oh.
I mean, Frank, if you'd have told me growing up in South Africa that one day I would be the executive vice president of Tiffany, creating the Tiffany perfume, I'd say you're crazy.
Oh, wow.
But it was just, you know, I had started Elizabeth Arden in training and product development marketing, and then Lancome hired me as marketing director for fragrance and men's skincare, and then Tiffany hired me as executive vice president. So that was such a pinnacle, which was so wonderful and exciting, because to work on an iconic company that was 150 years old, and we created the fragrance for the launch of the 150th anniversary. So the blue box is very, the blue box is very near and dear to my heart.
That's passion, people. You see her slap her chest, that's just passion. You know what I mean? Us athletes, she's a competitor, so I totally get it. No, that's beautiful, first off. A lot of people have aspirations in a variety of industries, and not all of them actually get an opportunity to reach the pinnacle. So when we hear stories about people actually accomplishing it, it's awesome, and we should celebrate it. So kudos to you. What about that process, though, for someone that's, you know, interested in the fragrance industry or on the rise in the fragrance industry? What about the Tiffany process that you learned that was new to you?
I think one of the most important things when you're developing a fragrance, or I think any brand, is not to inject your own preferences, but to understand the brand ethos. Because let's say, for instance, I don't love florals.
Okay.
But let's say the Tiffany brand or a floral brand obviously has to have florals. And so the idea is really inspecting, observing, and understanding the brand ethos, and then creating the fragrance or the product around it. So there's consistency, and there's a feeling of understanding and authenticity. You know, you can't do a fragrance for a brand like Tiffany, which is 150 years old, and come up with something very hip and very mod. You've got to appreciate and understand the heritage and the legacy of the brand, and make it, you know, reflect the brand image and the brand ethos.
Yeah, the brand identity is what I'm hearing from you.
Yes.
It's imperative that when you join any company or any brand, if I'm coming in and getting involved with Sue Phillips fragrances, I need to make sure that whatever content we create, whatever events that we put together, needs to embody the brand slogan, what the brand stands for.
Absolutely.
Interesting.
Because I think, especially today, there is so much competition, and there's so many products out there that have a Me Too kind of resonance. We don't want to do anything Me Too. We want to make sure that whatever brand you're working on, whatever fragrance you're working on, it really typifies the brand. And I think that's the most important thing, because people will recognize if it's a Me Too, if it's a copy, if it's inauthentic.
Authenticity. We hear a lot about authenticity, just period, you know? But in the fragrance industry, how important is being authentic? How important is that authenticity in this specific industry?
Well, for me, it's everything. In fact, I have a big project that I'm working on that is around that scenario. But
Okay.
I think what happens is, if there's no authenticity and if there's no consistency, and if people don't resonate with that brand because it's inauthentic, it's not consistent, and it doesn't have the brand identity, people won't bother with it. I'll remember, as much as I love Lady Gaga, when she came up with her fragrance, she called it, I think it was, Gaga or something like that. But the bottle was not great. The juice was awful. The bottles fell apart. It was launched at Macy's. Within a few months, it was already relegated to the sale. And it was just it didn't typify and represent who she was, which was a brilliant singer and artist, creative. It was too edgy. But she's edgy too, but it didn't work.
No.
And so,
do you think that's a part of the world that is the fragrance industry, or why that didn't work? Is there a space for edgy, marketed-esque fragrances, or is it mainly oh, you know, I'm having my tea and crumpets today, and I got my perfume and things of that matter.
It could be that, but I
Okay.
think there's definitely a room for edginess if
Okay.
it fits with the brand.
Gotcha.
For instance, you know, an artist like Prince, very edgy.
Okay.
An artist like the late David Bowie, very edgy.
Okay.
You know, those brands would not want to be sitting in the ladies' parlor having tea and crumpets because it doesn't work.
Gotcha.
You see,
Absolutely.
and then if somebody is, you know, so queen, a prince, a regular royal person, an edgy fragrance or an edgy sort of marketing campaign would just not fit at all. So
Absolutely.
you have to know what the brand is, what their identity is, what their sort of brand essence is, so that it can become synonymous with the brand.
That says a lot about you too. The fact that Tiffany made that decision and trusted that you could do that for their brand. That shows tremendous acumen on each side. Because when selecting that person to make those decisions, those are very important decisions that you're making, high level decisions that you're making. So again, another kudos to Sue. Beautiful, beautiful.
Can I tell you a little secret?
Oh, I'm all ears. I'm all ears.
Just between you and me.
Okay, okay.
Not for anybody else.
Okay, cool. You guys can't have this. Drew, keep it here.
Okay. So when they hired me,
Okay.
it was a Friday evening. I
Okay.
was still working at Lancôme, and my boss, my future boss, handed me two samples, two submissions.
Okay.
And I was so excited that I got the job. I couldn't even wait to leave the building. I had to try the fragrances on in the elevator. And I stopped because, honestly, they just didn't reflect the brand. They didn't reflect anything about the elegance, the quality, the heritage, the legacy, the luxury. They were, in my opinion, very commercial and very cheap. And now I had a big problem. What do I do? So I used the weekend and the following week to contact friends of mine whose opinions I trusted.
Yes, ma'am.
And I said, I'm working on a big project. They had no idea what it was for because we hadn't announced that I was leaving Lancôme and going to Tiffany.
Okay.
And I contacted 5 people, a CEO, a perfumer, a branding, marketing expert, people, friends of mine from the industry.
Okay.
And I said, I have these 2 submissions. I would love your opinion. I'm working on a big project. And they all said, ooh, these are what are these? These are cheap and chemical. So I was faced with a big decision. Now they just hired me, and now the new kid on the block is saying, I don't like it. What do I do?
Oh, wow.
So I called my future boss that following Monday, and I said, after I'd spent a little time with people, I said, I'd like to come in and talk to you. She said, what about? I said, the fragrances. She said, but you're starting in a week's time or 10 days. I said, I know, but it's important.
Okay.
I just felt that I had to be out of the gate authentic and tell them. I mean, they hired me, so now they must have my opinion.
Yes.
But not just my opinion, other people's opinions too. And I said to her, look, I will do whatever you want. I know you've been working on this for a long time at a lot of expense with all these people and consultants, but I don't think these 2 fragrances reflect and represent the quality, the luxury, the legacy of Tiffany. But if you are motivated for any one of these, because you've done your research or whatever, I will work with you. To her credit, she we went down to the chairman's office.
Okay.
And she said, Bill, Sue doesn't think these fragrances reflect Tiffany. And to his credit, he said, well, we just hired her, let her fix it. So that was pretty amazing. And then we did a deal with a joint venture with Chanel.
Okay.
We talked to the president and the owner of Chanel. He felt the same way. He didn't love those. And we had worked on a joint venture where Chanel would do the marketing, the distribution. They would do the distribution and the manufacturing. And we at Tiffany would do the marketing, the brand essence, and so on.
Okay.
And it was a marriage made in heaven because I landed up going to work in Paris with the chief perfumer because Alain Wertheimer, the owner of Chanel, said, Sue, go to Paris and work with Jacques Pauge. And so that's what we did. And that was the pinnacle. I don't say it's been downhill from there. There was a level. And then after I left Tiffany to have my daughter, I started my own company. And I've had wonderful experiences and clients since then, but that really, I think, gave me the credibility. And I was proud of myself because I stood my ground. I didn't want to be, basically
Pushover.
coerced into
Yeah.
picking up something that I didn't think was right.
Yeah, and you didn't come in the door like that. You didn't come in. You came in on your own. Hey, honestly, guys,
Right.
I'm not. These two aren't my favorite. So there's no way I could see you actually giving that up at any point. There's really no need to. I
Right.
came in here authentically as myself, and I made a suggestion that happened to be pretty good. What I will say though, in my opinion, yes, that was the pinnacle, but that was you involved in someone else's ethos.
Right.
And you actually created that ethos, honestly, because that was from here why they hired you.
Yeah.
But really, this is what we should be getting into
Okay.
because this is what came from all of the experience, everything that you learned from being as thorough as you are in the fragrance industry. So please introduce us all to Sue Phillips Fragrance.
Oh gosh. Okay. So after I left Tiffany, I started my consulting business, and it was Enterprises. My company name is Scent and Enterprises, which is a great name. I trademarked it. And I was then doing consulting for many different brands, Avon and Burberry and Trish McEvoy. And when the economy crashed in 2008,
Okay.
everything fell apart. So I said, okay, the consulting died down. I had to start again. And this time I thought about all the things that I'd done and about the new trend that was happening called bespoke custom perfumery. Bespoke meaning your own. And so I started to develop all these fragrances. I'd learned so much about perfumery. I'm not a perfumer, but I worked with a lab and I explained what I wanted and I evaluated them. And so what I came up with were these beautiful fragrances. And then I started a business downtown called the Centarium, which is a boutique like this, but it was downtown.
Centarium.
People like Jamie Foxx found me, and Katie Holmes and Zendaya, they all came. And I was
Okay.
doing corporate events and team building events. Everything was going great until another big issue happened, which was called pandemic.
Oh yeah,
In
huge.
2020. So
Pretty
everything
huge.
stopped. Everything, you could throw a cannonball down Broadway and downtown and it wouldn't have hit anybody because nobody was there. So I had to close the Centarium, and that's when I wrote my book,
Okay.
The Power of Perfume. So what was interesting is people said to me along the way, Sue, you're the brand, it's got to be Sue Phillips. And I said, no, it's too egocentric, I can't do that. And I love my company name, Enterprises. So, when I wanted to do a new branding, rebranding, I couldn't own Sue Phillips. But what happened after the pandemic,
Okay.
when I wrote my book, The Power of Perfume, NBC wanted to do a story.
Okay.
And they said, the day before the interview, Sue, we have somebody who has lost her sense of smell for 15 months, has not been able to smell. Do you think you can help her? I said, well, I don't know, but I'll try.
Okay.
So by this stage, I'd found a pop-up boutique, and I took my fragrances, and I took her on a scent healing journey. Normally I call it a fragrance journey, but we had to try and get her sense of smell back. So I went through all of these, and she kept on smelling and sniffing, smelling and sniffing, all the way down to around here. And finally she said, I smell something and it's beautiful. And she started to cry.
Wow.
It was so powerful. It was so emotional. I teared up, she teared up, the NBC crew teared up. And ultimately, because the interview went viral, people from around the country contacted me. I had more interviews with all the big TV, ABC, NBC, and now we're working with you.
Yes,
but anyway,
absolutely. We're
so
here.
exciting. And I've helped over 250 people regain their sense of smell. So now writing a second book with a neuroscientist who found me, and she's going to write it from the neuroscientific standpoint, and I'll write it from the olfactory standpoint, because our sense of smell is our most powerful sense.
Okay.
Sight is the strongest, but the most powerful is our sense of smell. Why? Because it connects memories and emotions, and also smell and taste. So without your sense of smell, people can't really enjoy life. They don't want to go out for dinners or lunches or anniversaries or teas or this, because everything revolves around food. And if you can't smell, you can't taste. And so I'm very excited that the second book is coming out, probably in the next 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
And I love to help people. So that is how I finally came to own Sue Phillips House of Fragrance.
It's interesting. So when I do these interviews, I try to listen attentively. And you talked about Tiffany and it being the pinnacle. And then you just told me a story about a person that couldn't smell at all. And you played a part in them being able to smell. Now, to me, that's the most humane thing and the pinnacle of the industry, in my opinion, because you blessed somebody with something that they did not have. And that is awesome. And that person will always remember you. You know what I mean? They will see a plethora of Tiffany blue boxes.
Yeah.
There'll be a plethora of Tiffany blue fragrances. But there will not be a lot of situations where people are like, I can't smell. And I went and met this wonderful woman, and now I can. So pat yourself on the back for that. That is awesome. The books, the information, the details, that's all great. But I think it's time for me to get involved. So I know we have a scent quiz, right,
Yes.
that I'm supposed to take.
Yes.
So let's get ourselves set up and get going here. So let me see. I'm going to start it.
So, yeah,
Okay,
you
it.
go to SuePhillips.com,
So you got to go to SuePhillips.com,
the website.
the website.
And then scroll down and it says, take the scent quiz or start the scent quiz.
Got you. And now I'm here. It's brought us to. Go for
So
it.
what's your signature fragrance? Well,
Okay.
you don't know, so let's find out.
Let's take the quiz.
Take the quiz. And
All
you have to
right.
put in your name.
Oh, type of
Just put your
information they want.
name.
Okay.
Just your name. Your
Social
first
Security,
name.
no?
No.
Okay. All right.
But
Just making sure.
Put your bank account in.
All right, here we go. Before we dive in, can we get your first name? Yes, we can. Let's do
Okay,
Frank.
Frank.
Here we go.
And then,
All right, Frank, what's your last name? Let's go Mille. M-I-L-E. There we go.
and then just an email.
All right, we're going to put an email here.
So this way you get the results and I get the results.
Okay, so I'm doing it right here firsthand for everybody.
Thank
so
you.
that you all know this works. Take your
right.
quiz today.
Okay, great.
All right. All right, so we're locked in and ready to begin.
Okay, so.
Continue.
Okay, so the idea is, and you'll see all these images come up. It says, which of these fabrics do you prefer to wear against your skin? Wool,
Okay.
linen, silk, or cashmere?
Ooh. Me?
Yes.
As I
This is all about you,
As I
not
age-
by me.
I like silk on my skin, something soft.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
All right, so we gonna go with silk,
Okay.
and then
Okay. Now we have 4 images of paintings.
Okay.
Which of these artists do you most admire? Michelangelo, Jackson Pollock, Claude Monet, and
Georgia O'Keeffe.
O'Keeffe.
Okay, let's see.
So it would be great if you all did this and then you would actually see the images if you don't know who these painters are.
So what I will say is that I'm only familiar with this name because everyone is.
Yeah.
But when I scroll through the art, I felt this the most, the Georgia O'Keeffe piece. So I'm gonna go there.
Okay, very bold.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Now, which of these seasons, which is your favorite season?
What's your favorite season? Oh,
Autumn,
okay.
summer, spring, or fall?
Why is this tough? Shouldn't be tough. Shouldn't be tough.
Autumn?
I like autumn, man. I like
Okay,
autumn.
All right. Now, see, we're actually looking at the images, and so it gives you a nice reference, the site and the idea of which you like.
Very sensory experience.
Yes. Okay. What's the next one?
All right. If you were to build your own dream home, which of the following would most inspire you? We got a Frank Lloyd Wright prairie home, a Manhattan penthouse, an English cottage, a palatial mansion. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a Manhattan penthouse type of guy. That's me.
Okay, I figured that. All right. So now, if you're a drinker, which drink would you most likely order when you're out with friends? If you don't drink, you can choose which one. So tell them which ones there are.
Gotcha. So here we go. Which drink would you most likely order when out with friends? Dry, full-bodied Cabernet, vodka tonic, orange blossom martini, draft beer.
Yeah. So if you don't drink and you like orange juice, you can use the orange blossom.
Oh, okay, gotcha. See, this is interesting because I'm a gin guy, and it would be gin and tonic.
Okay, so you can use vodka.
Yeah, I might have to use
kind of the
vodka
same.
tonic. It's
You
kind
might-
of,
it's
yeah,
fine.
it's kind of.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Oh, my bad.
now-
Okay. Your dream vacation would be, all right, let's see. Escape to a redwood forest, Spring in Tuscany, a pampering spa getaway, trekking through the Himalayas.
Are you adventurous?
I'm definitely not trying to go to the Himalayas. My feet hurt right now thinking about it. What you talking about?
Me too.
Well, how about a pampering spa? Let's get
I
away
like
from something
that.
smooth.
All right,
I like how that
perfect.
sounds.
Okay.
All right, let's see. To dress with impact, which of these colors would you choose to wear? Okay, warm earth tones, vibrant greens and turquoise, versions of pink and purple, variations of deep red. I'm an earth tone guy. Warm earth tones is me.
Perfect.
All right, what is your favorite time of day?
Yeah.
That's an interesting question.
Late at night.
Late at night, early in the morning, mid afternoon, or dusk? I really like early in the morning. Yeah, early in the morning. You're happiest when you can sniff an antique bookstore, the sea air, a flower shop, a bakery. Initially I thought about the sea air, but I'm happiest when I smell a bakery. I'm just gonna be honest.
See, men,
Yeah.
men love to connect food and memories and
To the belly,
emotions.
come on, to the belly.
Yeah, of
Gotta
course.
do it.
Feed that belly, right?
Gotta do it. Which of the following would you? Which of the following would you be most likely to own? A polished mahogany table, an antique rocking chair, what is
Limoges,
it? Limoges China, and an impressionist oil painting. Me. Man, me, it probably would be the Limoges China.
Okay.
Which female film icon do you most admire? Okay.
Kate Blanchett.
Okay, Kate Blanchett, Julia Roberts, Marilyn Monroe, Lady Gaga. You just talking about Lady Gaga earlier. And which female icon do I most admire? Me? Most admire out of these women? I'm going to go who I'm most familiar with. Let's go with Julia Roberts. Right. Okay.
Now, the male icon.
Okay. I'm sorry, I got to answer. We got to tell the people. Which male icon do you most admire? You got George Clooney, Jamie Foxx, Bradley Cooper, Denzel Washington. It's a tough one.
Tough one.
Most admire. I like Jamie Foxx for his skill set, his ability to sing, act, make amazing movies. And then there's Denzel, who definitely makes amazing movies. Not much of a singer or dancer.
No.
All right, let's see what we got here. I'm going to go with Denzel.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So now, ready to see your results. Click submit to discover which fragrance family suits you best.
Gotcha. So for those of you can't see the phone, but after you finish taking the questions, it brings you to a final portion where it's time to discover your fragrance. And it's time to discover my fragrance. Here we go. All right. Your best fragrances, fresh. You choose woodsy 2 times, fresh 4 times, floral 3 times, spicy 3 times.
Now, what kinds of fragrances do you like? Do you wear? Do you think you like fresh, floral, woodsy, spicy, or do you have a brand that you wear that I can equate it to this?
Fresh, woodsy, and spicy.
Which is exactly what you have. You have fresh 4 times, woodsy 2. You do have floral 3 times, but you have spicy 3 times.
I think the floral is just like it's there, but I'm really looking for like the spice and freshness of it. Yeah.
Okay, so now here is, and you can take a picture of this too.
So what we got here? The 8 main
olfactory families.
Okay.
So the reason I do the scent quiz is to really help people understand which fragrance family they like, because a lot of people say, oh, I like this brand and that brand, and Tom Ford or Joe Malone or Le Labo, but that doesn't tell you what fragrance family you like.
Okay.
So I have to give you a little overview.
Oh, no, it's totally fine. We'll grab it in a second.
So
Can we hold that for you?
Okay, in art, you have 3 primary colors, yellow, blue, and red.
Okay.
When you mix the primary colors with red and blue, it becomes purple, a secondary color. And yellow and red makes orange, and blue and yellow make green.
Okay.
So you have the primary colors, the secondary colors, and then the tertiary colors.
Okay.
Look around the room. Everybody look around your room. Every single color in the world comes from those three primary colors.
Okay.
So black and white are neutral, so they can either intensify the colors or they can lighten the colors.
Got you.
But think about how extraordinary. Three primary colors are responsible for every color in the world.
Yeah.
Now, as far as music is concerned, you have 8 notes or 7 notes in an octave.
Okay.
C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then C again.
Okay.
Think about those 8 notes or 7 notes in an octave, 8 notes at 7 notes. Every one of that music, those octaves, are responsible for every genre of music: classic, rock, hip hop, folk, jazz. So in fragrance, we have 8 main fragrance families.
Okay.
And they are basically your citrus, your floral, your fruity, the spicy, chypre, which is based on cypress, the word cypress, which is used when perfumers used to go to Cyprus. They were overwhelmed with the beautiful aromas wafting up on the island in the Mediterranean.
Oh, okay.
And they said, "Ooh la la, nous sommes nous, where are we?"
Okay.
And the other guy said, "Nous sommes en Chypre, we're in Cyprus." So I went to Cyprus to study the fragrances there, but it's so built up now, they just sell little bottles. So, so, and then you have the woodsy, and then you have the fougere, which is fragrances from herbs, lavender, rosemary, peppermint, anise, and then of course from animalic, from animals, from deer and the civet cat. We don't use anything from animals anymore. So these main families, if you're on this left side, it's all A's, woodsy.
Okay.
This citrus and the fruity are fresh. Then you have the floral, then you have the spicy. So this gives people an understanding of the main olfactory families, and that every fragrance basically comes from this chart, this fragrance family.
Well, there you have it, people.
So yours was fresh 3 times.
Fresh.
So the citrus and fruity.
Okay.
And then you had woodsy twice.
Woodsy.
You had the florals 3 times.
I did have it 3 times.
Yeah, and then you had spicy 3 times. So what I would say, just knowing you and listening to what you like, I would create something for you that is fresh, spicy, and woodsy. And I would not really, I might put a little hint of a floral in.
Just a little bit.
Just a
little.
little.
Like a little bit of floral. Not too much.
Okay,
Just
right.
a little bit. I like to smell good, you know?
Of
Nothing wrong with
course.
that.
So does this give you a good understanding of the fragrance families? And
Absolutely. Way more educated prior to the beginning of this interview, for sure.
Good.
I also, like, once we started to go through it, like, woodsy is a term that I probably would have never thought of. But as soon as it was associated with myself, I'm like, oh, I get that.
Yeah.
Like, almost like fresh pine. You know what I mean? Like when you feel this fresh pine cone or something like that. A piece of that scent is, it's neither like bad or good. It's just a scent.
Yes.
And I want that to be the baseline of how I smell. Like I'm pleasant to be around, pleasant to talk to, and pleasant to smell, right?
Perfect.
So let's do this.
So let's
go for it.
Shall we make a fragrance for you now?
Absolutely.
So it might take too long to do all 18. We can do that.
Yeah, we can do that another time. Just give them one.
I'm going to show you these 5 fragrances that I created for Scentbird. Scentbird is a wonderful subscription app, and they have about 500 fragrances and about 8 million subscribers.
Oh, okay.
And people go to Scentbird, and my fragrances are called Sue Phillips Artisan Scents.
Okay.
And I created 5 artisan scents based on all these fragrances. So I have the fresh blend, the floral blend, the woodsy blend, the spicy blend, and the fruity blend.
Okay.
So I'll show these to you and see which one do you like.
All right, so you guys, we're getting ready to do our scent test. We completed that portion, and now we're getting ready to make scents. We will tap in with you guys shortly. What's going on, everybody? This is Franck Mille, and we have transitioned to the front of the table to give you guys a truly scent experience with the lovely Miss Sue Phillips. Let's get to it. All right, what we got here?
So based on your quiz results, we want to determine what your fragrance choices are. So we know that your quiz said that you liked fresh 4 times,
4,
floral 3,
floral,
woodsy 3,
spicy
2, And fruity, we
No
didn't
fruity.
get the fruity. Okay, so this is the first one, the fresh.
Okay, that does smell very fresh.
So this is based on this. We have the citrus, the green, the ozonic, and
Okay.
then a tonic sport. So this is very nice. So
Okay.
we just dry this down a little bit,
Okay.
and then we do the next one.
So that's fresh that we just smelled.
Yeah.
Got you.
We didn't have the fruity in the quiz, but I created a fruity fragrance.
Let's see. Let's see what it
which you
smells
may
like.
like. And this is the artisan scents from Scentbird. So
Okay. Okay.
So this is very fruity, it's very young, it's got pomegranate, it's got all the berries. It's a very luscious, edible gourmand. We call it gourmand because it's got a lot of edible notes, all the
Okay.
fruity notes.
Okay.
So this now is the floral. And this
Smells
is,
edible.
yes,
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah. Okay.
Like going on a summer picnic, you know?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Have a
This is
tremendous
the
time.
floral, and I just want to let this dry down. So these are blotter strips that we
Okay.
dip into the perfume because it's the most neutral way of smelling fragrance.
Okay.
If I put it on my skin, I'm going to run out of space. It'll be with my body chemistry. If I put it on yours, I want you to try something neutral first, and then see how you like it.
So it's better to smell the fragrances from the strips
From the
versus
strip.
on your body.
Yes.
Got you.
Okay, so this is the floral.
Okay. It has it's similar to fresh.
Not really.
Let me see. Let's try again. Oh yeah, not really even
Not
close
really.
at all. There's
So-
a freshness to it.
Yes.
There. How about that?
So if you smell that one and this one.
Oh yeah.
Now I
A
will
lot lighter, a lot stronger, a lot
Yes,
lighter. Yes.
I will tell you, a lot of people have a little bit of an issue with florals because sometimes they say florals are old ladyish, they're old fashioned. And I
What?
understand why. So particularly when our mothers and grandmothers used to wear fragrance, they used
Okay.
to have a powder, a rose powder.
Okay.
And the rose powder was very powdery
Okay.
and very floral with rose. And so when you kissed or hugged your mother or your grandmother, you got that rose scent. And so you
stayed with you.
immediately, the memory and the emotion was, lady, old lady, grandmother, mother, rose, old lady smell. But I would love people to give florals a chance because the world, people say stop and smell the roses for a reason.
They do. They do. So
Okay.
So question. Okay, that's very easy, like delightful. It's a very delightful smell.
So this is the woodsy. This has got sandalwood.
Yeah, that's me all the way right
That's
there. That's
you.
me, baby.
And you know, I saw something in your face when I showed it. Your face lit up.
Yeah, sure did. That
and
was
then
nice.
you had a smile. See, so I can tell what you like just based on your facial expressions.
Yeah, that's true. It's interesting. Earlier when we were doing our interview portion, excuse me, we talked about associating a smell with taste and food,
Right.
and the fruit smell did that to me.
Yes.
As well as that floral one. I totally understood what you were saying. I'm coming to the realities in real time. This is good.
Okay, good.
It's a real good experience.
This is a spicy. Okay, what does the mean?
I see why I scored 2 on spicy. I like that to be the ending smell of my fragrances.
Yeah.
Like when I walk by you, that part is supposed to grab you right at the end. Like you smell me, but that spice is, I smell. You know what I mean?
Right,
That's
right.
what that was.
Okay, so basically fragrances really are constructed with an olfactory pyramid.
Okay, let's bring it to the front.
So
Let's show the
this is-
people. Okay.
This is basically the way fragrances are constructed. Think about a pyramid or a triangle. The apex of the triangle is where the top notes are, or the head notes.
Okay.
It's the first thing you smell when you smell a fragrance. It's the top notes. It's the lightest form, and it doesn't last so long.
Okay.
So it lasts for about 15 or 20 minutes on the skin.
okay.
Then it mixes with the other ingredients, which you call the main theme or the heart of the fragrance. And when you think about a fragrance, what you actually are thinking about is the main theme. That's because it lasts the longest. It's sort of 3 to 4 hours on the skin.
Got you.
And that sort of gives you the recognition of what the fragrance is. And then finally, we have the base of the triangle or the pyramid, and those are the bass notes. The bass notes, the heavier, deeper, darker notes. Those are the woodsies and the spices.
Makes sense. Okay, okay.
I prefer something a little more linear. I don't like it when we try a fragrance and the top notes disappear so quickly. Sometimes you wear a fragrance and you might not like the top notes, but you wait for the middle notes or the deep note.
Okay, okay.
Sometimes you love the top, but you don't like the middle or the base. Or sometimes you wait for the top and the middle and you love the dry down.
Gotcha.
So I prefer more linear fragrances that are pretty much the same from beginning
all the way
to middle.
through. Gotcha.
All right, so now they've dried down a little.
Okay.
Now tell me which ones you like.
Okay.
And you can
I'm gonna
hold
close
on.
my eyes. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay,
Right,
so-
that way I can't see them.
Okay.
You random. Right,
All
here
right.
we go. Okay. That smells like I just got out the shower, like soap.
Exactly.
Yeah, fresh.
Exactly.
There we go.
Okay, that's the fresh.
Okay.
Okay, here is the next one.
That's very sweet. Yeah, that's a sweet.
Okay. Would you like those combined? Let's see.
Let's see.
Let's see.
That do smell good together.
Okay.
They smell very good together.
Okay. Now we'll show you the third one.
Okay. What we got?
This one.
It's
You can say you like it or you don't like it.
I'm not- yeah.
I won't be offended.
I'm in the middle, but no, I'm not liking that one.
Okay, perfect. We'll put that aside. Okay, here's another one.
Yes. This is fresh.
Okay.
That feels fresh.
So try, now I'm going to put 3 together and
Okay.
see if you like
Let's
these.
see. Interesting. They're like all impacting me at different times. Like you
Yeah.
sort of said, like when I inhale, the very first thing is just like sweet, and then it immediately gets aggressive right after.
Okay. So try these 2 instead
Okay,
of the
let's see.
3.
Very soothing. It's a soothing smell. Like it's something you put on right before you go to bed or something like that. That's what that one feels.
So which one do you prefer? Let's try this one.
Okay. Okay, that's
And
one.
then with this one added.
This one, the second one, where you added
The second.
it. Yes.
Forget the one that I just added.
No, the one that you
Oh,
added,
oh,
the
okay.
combination of the 3
you
for
like
sure,
that, okay.
absolutely.
And now you've got this one.
That's nice by itself. That's nice.
Okay.
That is nice.
Would you want to add that to these? Let's see.
Yeah, let's give it a try. Let's see.
Maybe it's too much?
Yeah, it's a little
It's
too
too
much.
much.
It gets strong right at that point.
Yeah. So tell me between, okay, I'm going to show you three
Okay.
versions.
Okay.
So this is number 1.
Okay. No to number 1.
Okay, this is number 2.
Yes to number 2.
Okay. And let's see about this one.
So in my order, it would go 2 is the best,
Yeah.
3 in the middle, 1 last.
Okay.
2, 3,
So
1.
2 is the woodsy, the fresh, and the fruity.
Yeah.
Then I added the spicy,
Okay. Okay.
and then I took away the fruity, and this is just the woodsy and the
Gotcha.
spicy.
That's the one. Okay.
So which one do you like?
I like,
like
the
the
3.
3.
I like the 3.
So this is this one, the woodsy, the fresh, and the fruity.
That sure is. That is it. That's
So
it.
now we have determined that actually your scent personality is, it's, upbeat, the fruity, which is very luscious and very edible and very soothing. It's a lovely gourmand fragrance.
Okay.
And then you like the fresh and the woodsy. And now we're going to actually combine and
We're
create-
making fragrances, people. It's getting real.
really
It is getting real.
So what you have to do, so I give you a formula card.
Okay.
And this formula card, I have about 50,000 of these formula cards.
Okay.
And today is 8/7/25. And this is Franck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can fill this out.
Okay.
And then I have different colors. Of course, I'm sure I know which one you want.
I like
These
the
are
black bottle.
These are all twist and swivel. So you twist and swivel, and they're refillable.
Look at there.
So
Okay.
I'm going to make this for you right now.
Oh, wow. It's happening in real time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I won't leave out Drew.
Look at you, Drew. We came up. Oh, man. We got a full experience here with Miss Sue. Let's do it. I just got lucky enough to do it on camera, guys. That's all. 03. Email, print clearly. I'm going to give a simpler email.
So we use these pipettes. And because you liked these, I'm going to give you equal amounts, a third, a third, a third.
Okay. You guys are seeing the fragrance be made in real time. I mean, what more could you ask for? We're here with the legendary Miss Sue Phillips.
Thank you.
Whew, let's do it today. Here we go. All right. Instagram name. So how long have you been in New York? Like, how long has New York been home? If you feel like sharing.
Well, longer than I was in South Africa.
Okay,
that's for sure.
okay.
So I will say I've been here. It's going to give my age away.
No,
big
well, let's
time,
not do it if you don't want to do it.
I
Let's
would
not do
say
it.
over 35 years.
Oh, okay. Very familiar with the New York area, for sure.
And I love the New York area.
Yeah, I love it up here too. I'm very excited about upcoming Fashion Week and
Yes.
the experiences to come. This has been a delightful trip, and then learning more about like my personal fragrance journey is unique because I had no clue. I wouldn't have been able to put any wording to it at all. I would have just been given like very bland descriptions. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, I like to smell, how do you say, good? It's kind of all I got. I just want to smell good. And then now I know I want to smell woodsy and I want to smell fresh.
Well, the reason that you like those, because those are the comforting fragrances. You said that you felt comfortable and you felt smooth.
Absolutely.
Woodsy. You know, the thing about fragrance is it can make you feel happy, it can make you confident, it can make you feel uplifted, it can make you feel sensual, sexy. You know, all those things are good to know. And honestly, a lot of people don't know they don't know how to even talk about fragrance. And what I love to do is give master classes. I'm doing master classes for Coty, for different companies, because I love to help people understand the magic and the power of perfume.
Gotcha.
And rather than going to the store and the people say, oh, it smells great, it smells wonderful. That doesn't tell you anything.
Not at all.
But, you know, when you go through this journey and you realize that fragrance can make you feel fresh and uplifted and confident and sexy and, you know, understanding that you wouldn't wear a fragrance to a football game that you would wear to the opera.
Fair.
You know,
different settings.
You wouldn't wear the same clothes to football or an opera. All right.
Which is interesting because in the tests, the different settings and the fragrances make you think about these places that you would be in.
Exactly.
You're killing it. Let's do it.
All right.
What we got?
All right. So this has just been made brand new. And
this is the Mille, ladies and gentlemen. I call this the Mille. That's perfect. Smell like how I came in here. Smell like how I came in here.
And it gets even better as it ages,
as
we call it macerating.
Macerating.
Yeah.
That's the process of it.
Of aging and coming together and all the notes blending together and harmonizing, so there's not something sticking out too much. It just becomes, Okay.
Sue smelling the Mille, y'all. Y'all see Sue in here smelling the Mille. It's making her, you feel me? It's good. It's nice. Welcome to Boutique Fashion Week. Make sure you check Sue Phillips out. This is an amazing experience. Come on. This is great. So that was fresh, woodsy,
and fruity.
Fruity. Okay, fresh, fruity, woodsy. That's what we have. Those three combinations are what made up The Mill by Sue Phillips.
And it's called The Mill.
Yes, The Mill.
All right, now I have to just write this over
Uh-oh.
for you.
We got a fragrance.
We can personalize it.
Yes,
and then,
absolutely. The Mill. Coming right at you.
And then in order for it to be really pretty, I know which one you're going to choose.
Look at you.
But you can
She said she knows which one I'm going to choose. Let's see.
We have purple, black, and gold.
That's crazy. That gold, nice. I need that gold bag.
You want the gold?
Yeah, I want that gold bag.
All right, so.
That gold bag is very nice.
And then we put your formula in our formula card.
Oh man, I gotta get this. This is good stuff. Record this while we recording. This is happening live, y'all. Shout out to The Mill.
Okay.
Oh wow, way to go. This is good. Had to get it.
M-I-L-L-E.
Yes, ma'am. The Mill.
And we have your formula. So create.
Learned so much about fragrances today. This entire journey, and it's very recent because I guess when you're like a younger male, you're not paying that much attention. But as I aged, I'm like, oh man, I want to smell so good when I walk in the building. Everybody head lift up, you know what I mean? It smells really good in here. The whole dynamic of the room just changed, you know?
Yeah.
So being able to go through this and learn more about it is integral in where I'm at right now. So thank you very much.
Here's your formula card. I keep the big one in my database.
Okay.
So that I can always give it to you when you want. Here is The Mill.
Okay. Oh man, we won. Drew, man, we won. You want to try some of this, man? You want to try some of The Mill, bro? You gonna get some of the dash? Some of the dash coming up. Taking the quiz right now. We working on the dash. We just finished The Mill fragrance here live on Beyond the Runway, brought to you by Boutique Fashion Week, with our lovely guest today, Miss Sue Phillips of Sue Phillips Fragrance. And you know, outside of the interview portion where you guys learned more about the past and the journey to how she got here, and then having the opportunity to come see the work in action, has really made this like a full sensory experience. And I don't just say that because we were smelling, but the trip over, like the dynamic from being in the lobby to coming in here and the differences that, you know, each room possesses and each fragrance possesses. And this has been it's been amazing to be in here with such an icon in the industry and get such amazing customer service and treatment. So I would love to thank you. I'm going to stand and thank you very much.
You're welcome. It's my
oh my
pleasure.
goodness, thank you very much.
It's my absolute pleasure.
I definitely want to make sure that we highlight the company here. Let's make sure we bring it in for sure. And I can only say thank you from the bottom of my heart for allowing us to come into your amazing space.
You're welcome.
Do this amazing interview with you. But I would like you to leave the people out there with some last words of advice for them pursuing their dreams as you get ready to transition into another phase of yours.
Well, I'd be thrilled to. I've always had a certain mantra that I love, so I never give up. I'm very passionate about what I do, and I like to talk about the 6 Ps. My 6 Ps are passion, persistence, perseverance, professionalism, purpose, and of course, perfume. So think about that. The 6 Ps will take you on a journey that will really help you with your life, and hopefully perfume is in there as well.
And I'm going to end you with 3 letters, and that's SYL. You want to know what that stands for? See you later. Thank you for
See you
checking us out
later.
here at Beyond the Runway. I'm Franck Mille, your creative director and host. This is Beyond the Runway interview series featuring the lovely Miss Sue Phillips. Thank you guys for checking us out and get your fragrances. See you soon. We're out of here.
Bye.
Bye.